April 4th, 2009, a storm is brewing in New York City. 41 years ago today, Martin Luther King Jr., the man with the dream, died. Various leftist groups, communists, unionists, gypsies, and zoologists have gathered a march down to Wall Street, declaring hostility to poverty, racism, war, U.S. hegemony, phallocentrism, and Obama's economic stimulus package. Police officers are nearby, ready to suppress any revolutionary activities, should they become too revolutionary.
Solution. No patching up this rotten system. A revolutionary solution to take power out of the hands of the war makers, to take power out of the hands of the capitalists.
There's no solution to the capitalist economic crisis under capitalism. Only socialist revolution can stop economic crises, can guarantee jobs for all, can end layoffs and other attacks on the working class and oppressed.
Odds were against them, but the workers marched on, always cautious of practical action, not grounded in theory. And theory, not materialized in practical action. Though not all unified by ideology, the marchers formed a spiritual bond, not unlike that of a religious procession. However, rumors arose that fascist spies, funded by Republican oil bankers, were amongst the crowd. Not even those most loyal to the party could afford to be unwatched. The bourgeoisie lurked around every corner. Ghost of aristocracy loomed in everyone's consciousness. Children were brainwashed by corporate machines. The workers were even stopped by a traffic jam, most likely a police conspiracy. Lady Liberty may still be blind, but we are now more able to assess the past and ask, was Plato a fascist? After all, only the intellectual elite outside of the cave could rule in his republic. And who controlled those puppet shows anyway? Meanwhile, a new constitution was written and being passed on by the workers, but torrential winds proved vicious. Still, they carried on. The weight of the world was in their hands. Away from Wall Street and the end of the journey, an overwhelming pessimism set in. God seemed farther than ever. Even the animals began to feel weary. The road seemed to never end. Many, too fatigued to continue, gave up, deciding the cause was a waste. But the battle continued. Explosives planted by subversives had to be defused. A barricade erected by officers had to be penetrated. But the workers raged on. Nosferatu himself even flew in and assisted. He was angry that capitalists were sucking the life out of people before he had a chance to. Wombs were united. Brothers of all different backgrounds joined forces, and victory was had. Shortly after, a call of feast was held, but people soon dispersed, returning to their comfortable world of MP3 players and caramel lattes, leaving some to question the legitimacy of the whole affair. One man in particular with a stature not unlike that of Cezanne's reluctant bather, proud, yet somewhat displaced.